Welcome in, guys, to where we recap every single one of our team for the 2022 season, and we're still in the NFC North with the Minnesota Vikings. You look at what happened in the offseason, a lot of changes in the front office and even at the head coaching position happening this past summer, with Kevin O'Connell coming in, his first head coaching job, the 37-year-old former offensive core for the Rams, who won the Super Bowl in the 2021 season. He was a former quarterback coach at the Browns. You also get rid of Rick. You also fire Rick Spielman as the GM after 16 years. Again, he was part of so many, draft, like Teddy Bridgewater came in and other drafts that didn't really work out. And then Messiah, I cannot say his first name, so I'm going to call him just Messiah. He comes in from the Browns. He was a VP at the Browns. He comes in, becomes a new GM. And then you have, for passing yards, you're 6th in passing yards, 268.8 points for 24.9. You're 8th in passing yard in points for. You're 8th in points for. You're 8th. Then rushing yards, you're 27th in rushing yards. And points against, you're 25.1 in points against. You're 3rd, tied with the Lions. You start off really good though. Like, you look at the Vikings season, they start really well, 8-1. Start to the season, their best start to a season since 2009. They get themselves into the wild card at the playoffs. They lose to the Giants. A couple of key players that you have. Justin Jefferson is still 23 years old. You got J.J. Hopkinson from the Lions in the trade. KJ Osborne, you can keep him. He's an okay guy, but got Adam Thielen again. He's 32. I would trade him away. Ed Ingram from the offensive line. Then you have Andrew Booth Jr., the cornerback, for what you got in this past draft. Then you look at the positions you need to address. You need to get another cornerback to help Andrew Booth Jr. You need a wide receiver. You need an edge, a safety, a linebacker, offensive line, and you need a quarterback. So there's a lot of holes that need to be fixed in this offseason for this Vikings team. I'm looking at, they have a 27th pick overall in the first round. So again, you could go up in a place and trade up a couple of places and try to get yourself an edge or a wide receiver. But I look at wide receiver, a guy that would be perfect for you guys for a wide receiver standpoint of things would be Jordan Addison. I think he'd be a great addition at 27. You need to look at an edge. Maybe you could trade up and get something like a Will Anderson. You could trade up, get Will Anderson. You need to look at the quarterback position. That is the thing you need to address, is the quarterback position. Look at somebody like a Geno Smith, who, as a short-term fix. I think Geno Smith will be a perfect fit for, be a good fit for the Vikings for a season or two. Or if you want to go on the draft route of things, you could go for somebody, I don't know, like a Hendel Hooker in the 3rd round. If you want to go for somebody like that, I know he's not going to be. He's going to be a short-term fix as well. But again, I guess you could trade up for somebody like a Will Levis, or you could go for, I don't know. You could trade for somebody. I don't know. Maybe go for Trey Lance. I think if he isn't working out in, if Trey Lance isn't working out in San Francisco, go for Trey Lance. I know that Trey Lance is currently injured, but again, go for him. You also have a 3rd round pick, you have a 4th round pick, 119, and you have 2 5th round picks, 160, 177. But overall, the Vikings have had a decent season. Kevin O'Connell's had a decent season. He got his team 13-4, won the NFC North, choked in the wild card again. You need to look at this team. This team still needs a lot of work. The things I just addressed, they need working on the defensive side of the ball and offensive side of the ball. So that needs to be addressed in this offseason, either in the draft or in free agency. So, peace.